So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here doing another Savage Crucible review. And there's a reason for this one. We are looking at Naraka the Undying. This is one of their convention exclusives. It was either this or the cat guy, and I really kind of dug this guy. Maybe because I'm in the more, like, the whole Masters of the Universe with the movie coming out and all that stuff. The Barbarians and all that things. Maybe just because Elric was cool. But I picked this guy over the cat guy. He just seemed a little more unique. This guy is one of the convention exclusives. I actually got this guy up from Chubsy Wubsy, believe it or not. It was really, really cool. I went on the website, bought it, not a crazy scalper price at all, and the dude shipped it out to me like within 24 hours. So do recommend them. Not sponsored, but I'll put a link down below. Gotta remember to put that in the description. But I digress. The other reason I'm mentioning is because Savage Crucible is doing the convention scene, and that's where you can buy these guys if you're in a rush. Plus, Savage, as you know, is very good at putting stuff on their store eventually, so this is always really cool. I do have pretty much all these figures, by the way. I just don't review them on the channel, mostly because by the time I get them, other people have had them. But if you are curious of my opinions on these characters, let me know in the comments down below. I think I just don't have Who-Man. That's the only one I don't have. But I do have Jaeger. I do have Nashorn. You can actually see him on the back when I do live casts. He's usually in my background. And Krieger is currently floating around this room somewhere. Anyway, enough about the box. Enough about all this cool stuff here. Let's get this. Oh, yeah, it's a really cool biography right here. I love this. A lot of good lore. But anyway, let's get this guy open and let's talk toys. I know I normally like to just, have the figure how he comes out of the box and all that, but I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Naraka the Undying here is, yes, Nashorn. So, it is the same figure. Same boots, same belt, same torso, totally different paint job, which is absolutely awesome, plus a few other accessories, and some very cool details differences in the, well, like the head sculpt and all. But everything else, so if you've seen these figures, if you watched a review for this guy, it's the same thing. But, of course, the devil's in the details, as they say, and in this case, it's all about the demon. That sounded kind of cool in my head. We'll see. Anyway, just want to get that out of the way. Here's our comparison. Yes, it is the same buck, because that's perfect for a convention repaint, which is what this guy is, and it's what toy companies should do, and this is how you do it right. I want to point that out. Anyway, let's talk about this guy. Of course, like I said, the mentions the same buck, so it's your Savage Crucible buck, excellent articulation, double jointed elbows, awesome butterfly joint, etc., etc. What makes this guy awesome is, yes, his paint. The airbrushing here, the wash that's in the crevices, all that is absolutely beautiful. This, as I am holding him, almost makes me pick up Who-Man now, because this is basically his Skeletor. His face sculpt is absolutely ugly in the best ways. Again, the dry brushing, the wash, and the gaunt feature. And then this skeletalized head here, with this magic energy inside of it. This ruby eye in the socket looks absolutely incredible. The paint on his scabbard here, great. Again, all his armor looks fantastic. This is a beautiful fantasy villain character. And then he comes with almost the right amount of accessories, which makes me pretty happy, but leaves me just a little wanting. Not in a bad way, but it's like it could have gotten that much better. First accessory I want to talk about actually is a very simple but basic one, and that is this little helmet that goes over his head. It's just like a little face helm that it's on a small thin piece of plastic, so you gotta be careful. And that is exactly just to protect his scarred bits. I kind of wish they had packaged him with this on so you could really enjoy the reveal of his unmasked face. But I get why, because again, how it is done and how simple the plastic is. But I think by default, this is exactly how I'm going to have him on my shelf. Very good villain look to it. And I think I'm going to leave this on this head. because he also gets a second head, which is a more formal helmed head. This is also a repaint. I believe this came in that bonus Barbarian pack, which I did not get. What's kind of cool about this is it's got the glowing red eyes in there. I think they lost an opportunity. I would have done them asymmetric so I could have the ruby eye and the normal eye in here just for the continuity. But I guess at the same time, if you want to make this into more of a standard Dreadlord, you now have this, or you can of course use this with other guys because it's just a nice silver helm. So that works really well. Again, it's just an alternate head, which you just pop the heads off. That looks okay. I'm glad we have it. I'd be, you know, I guess we had to have something. It needs something a little more for me, and I'll mention that in a moment. But it's fine. I wonder how this looks on Nashorn, actually. Give me 1 second. I actually like this a little better on Nashorn just because of how the reds work with the armor. So, again, this is cool, though, because you get all these extra parts. This is what you get for army building, and, yeah, I like this a lot better. Definitely, this is my preferred look. He also gets some weapons. We get a very cool, like, lava sword. I love how it's got the hilt on this, again, the painting on it, the plastic, it's this translucent plastic with the gold detailing on here. It fits very well in the scabbard here, so that works out pretty well. I get why they put this on the side, but I think the sword is too long for a hip scabbard, personally. I think it should have been maybe just a little shorter, or of course having this on the back, but this looks fine. This looks fine. So we have that, and we also have an ice sword, which also works pretty well in the scabbard. Again, I feel that's a little long to it, but I think it should have had its own scabbard, to be honest, because this feels a little small for it, if that makes sense. Like this, the hilt catches it on here a little better. I mean, this isn't falling through, but it just, again, either this should have been a little bigger or the blade should have been a little shorter. Or just having us a second scabbard in general. As you can see with the leather here, we get all the little peg holes here so we can add more accessories to it or plug and play in other places. I'm not going to break them out, but he does have a second set of holding hands. These are on a vertical hinge, while the other set of holding hands is on a horizontal hinge. And he also has a pair of open hands. Which kind of comes to what I think would have been nice for a few other accessories. Right, I know, I'm asking for more. Again, this helmet is cool, but I think I could have lived without this helmet. Honestly, I think in lieu of a helmet, I would have loved a soft goods cape, kind of like how Elric has. I think that would have really completed, since we're trying to go for the faux Skeletor look to it, I think would have given him a little more dimension. Or at the same time, a flowing cape would have given this a little more purpose to it. You know, maybe have the cape in red and black, and that would pull from the horns, and then you can have an entirely separate warlord, which would make you want to buy another figure. That would have been cool, or since we have the opening hands, maybe some kind of magic casting effect. I think that would have been really cool to make him more like a sorcerer warrior as well. I mean, again, since this is the same stuff like with Elric and all, you would have been able to plug the cape up in these pegs here, or up in the shoulder pads, and I think it would have worked really well. I'm sure someone out there is going to sew one up, and hopefully someone will mention it to me in my DMs, and I'll have to buy it from them. Finally, one of the cool things that Savage has been doing lately has been these blind bags. So Elric, we all know in these ones is various jewels. I'm going to open this right here on camera. So Elric, of course, had a nice batch with them. I don't think I went through them on camera on that, honestly. But, there we go. I think this is pretty neat that they do this. I think these are a lot of these. Yep, these are the same ones I got with Elric. There's no necklace or anything in here, but I got a big old diamond, I got a sapphire, got a silver bar. I think with Elric I got a gold bar, and coins. So we got that, and then we get our blind bag weapon. I only got one because remember with Elric I did that pre-order bonus, so I got 2 of them. I'm really excited for Death Dealer, by the way. I hope they can send me 2. So we'll go ahead and open this here, right here on camera. I have no idea what I am getting. But... oh! I actually wanted this. That's cool, because I got the bloody one of these. So that's actually pretty freaking cool. I got this with Elric. I have an unbloodied one. So now I can dual wield these. That actually makes me really happy. It's kind of interesting how many of these Savage figures keep on ending up on this throne, even though I bought it years before I got into Savage Crucible. But I digress. Obviously, if you have Nashorn, you're not getting anything new with this guy. So you got that going on. But as a repaint, yes, this is an awesome repaint. As a character, this is an awesome character. He absolutely just radiates villain energy in all the best ways. I don't think he needed that helmet, though it is kind of cool we have it, just because we can do cool things like that and repurposing figures. At the same time, I think I really would have liked a cape. The 2 swords are cool. I would like to have had a second scabbard for the second sword so I could actually have him have both swords on his body at the same time. The default head, absolutely awesome. This little plate accessory, absolutely awesome. I really think he should just come with a cape. I think the cape would have really just set it off. It would have absolutely given him that final bit of villain presence, that Darth Vader energy. You know what I mean. But I do recommend him. If you are at one of the conventions like IshCon, at Toy Unity, at whichever that one, Toy Titan Expo, at any of those, and you see him there being sold by Savage Crucible at a non-scalper price, absolutely pick him up. If you are unable to, and you are impatient, well, actually, there are companies like, again, like Chubsy Wubsy. There are online retailers that have him at a non-scalper price, which is awesome. If for some reason it gets to that point, I would not pay more than $65 for him. Just calling that as it is. But also, Savage Crucible is very good at restocking and getting these out to the public, so keep that in mind. So patience will save pockets, but if you are impatient, just have a good depth for it all, if that makes sense. Needless to say, I do recommend him. I do feel I enjoyed my purchase with him. I am very happy to have him in my collection. I really need to set up a proper Savage Crucible shelf here in my collection. So, let me know if you want me to do the cat guy too. That's what the comments are for down below. Let me know if you're going to any of those conventions I had mentioned. Let me know down below. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Check us out on the Figure Action Podcast every Thursday. If it is still in time, please go check out the Kickstarter for the Tide Realm Corsairs, by the way. They are almost there. We need your help for that. I think it's an awesome project, and I really want those figures, so if you can kick a couple bucks to them, that would be awesome. But, as always, my friends, until next time, please take care. Peace.